Okay, shared the links everywhere. I guess I should start now. So yeah, does that work? Is it showing the Blender screen now? It is. Oh, good. Okay. Should probably add some reference images first. References. Only these ones. Oh, great. It's just one. Okay. So what I'm gonna be doing today is make this leaf pad thingy for the game. It's gonna be an important asset in the game. I should probably show you guys a bit of the game in its current state. There's not a lot to show. It's still very rough, very work in progress, but it should give you an idea of what I am I'm gonna be working on. So where is the main scene? Okay, yeah, I guess we can just look at the demo scene. So the game has these leaf pads. The main mechanic of the game is being able to shift time, and these leaves they basically are only active during the day and get deactivated during the night. Will it show the game? I don't think. Okay, so it won't show the game. I'm gonna have to add another window capture. Just give me 1 sec. Would it work with I guess I'm just doing a window capture again. Also, drop in a hi in the comments so I know you're there. Okay, where is the game? Is this the game? No, that isn't the game. Oh, I guess this is the game, but it doesn't show up. I guess just have to hope that it shows up. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to try something else. Probably should have. How about a screen capture? Screen capture. Yeah, screen capture should work. Screen capture, no changes to the settings. The game should be visible now. Hopefully. Okay, yeah. So yeah. Basically there's this hey Smiley. I'm gonna be working on the art for my game, because as you can see, the game has very blocked out assets, except for the guns. The guns have almost complete art, except for the VFX, obviously. So today I'll be working on this little guy, the leaf pad, and just wanted to show how it looks in game for now. So yeah, the main thing is that the player can jump on the leaves and like cross gaps. But the thing is, you have this time pendant, which you can use to change the time between day and night. And during the night, it goes down. It droops like a plant. Yeah, this is a first-person shooter, but the main focus would be on puzzles, because it's going to be heavily inspired by Zelda, my favorite game. Yeah, so this I'll be working on this leaf pad today. Okay, I should switch to Blender, and yeah, I have these reference images. And fun fact, at first I was a bit I thought maybe these leaf pads aren't gonna be that big in real life, but turns out these leaves are actually big. Like they are big enough that a little baby can sit on them. So yeah, I have a good reference now. So yeah, let's start modeling the thing. I'm gonna start with a cylinder, because basically this is basically just a cylinder, but very small. So I'm gonna make it tiny. This should do. Okay, the references are in the way, so I'm gonna move them. Yeah, and I'll just get rid of this face. And we basically have the same shape as the leaf pad. Very basic, but it is the same thing. Gonna shade it smooth, so that looks a bit weird. Yeah, it can even fit a medium-sized human. Although, like, this only works when they're floating on the water, like here. But in the game, the leaf pads are actually just floating in the air. Yeah, I will be adding the details. I'll be texturing it later. I'm just modeling it first in Blender. There's this split here, so I'm just gonna move it like so. This is where the stem would connect, right? This is where the stem connects, I guess. Or I should probably get another image with the underside of the leaf pad. Okay, it's called a lily pad actually, giant lily pad. Okay. Right, so the stem actually connects around the center. Let me just save this. Oh. I'm saving another reference. Oh, okay, great. Okay, gonna add another reference. Oh, we're working on a horror game. That's awesome. Horror games are pretty fun. Oh, there it is. So yeah, the stem connects around the center. Like so. So this is what we have to make near the bottom of it. A Beyblade fight. So I guess all these details can just go into the texture. The mesh can just stay simple like this. Although I do want this this to be sharper, so what if I do this? I mean, yeah, it looks good, but the reference has this smoother transition. We want a smoother transition here. Car physics, I guess you can find some tutorials about it. Can I bevel this? Yeah, I guess this should work. Okay, perfect. This is perfect. We have the same like smooth transition like on the actual leaf. That's good. The next step would be the stem, so for that I'll just add a cube because we don't need that much details. And actually, you know what, it could have some detail. And this should work. Oh, my bad. And I'll shrink it down. Shrink some more. The actual stem is really it's really thin, but I'm gonna, yeah, actually I'll just keep it thin as well. And get this. Okay. Now, the thing I want is for this this leaf to turn during the day, during the night. And for that, I guess the stem could be a bit to the a little bit offset, and this would be the point where the leaf would turn from the pivot point, right? And actually I don't need this where it is, or that one. So in the end we just ended up with the cylinder anyway. Great. So this is how it should rotate from the pivot point. And I guess this should work. This would work. Cool. Now the other thing is the bottom needs to have a different texture and the top needs to have a different texture, which is not possible with this thingy. So I guess I'll have to add a solidify modifier. No, the modifier would just add to the stem as well, so don't need to do that. I guess I could just extrude this a little bit, or it just right, it's extruded, so I'm just gonna scale it down. Oh wait, to the world origin and scale it down. This should work if I check the face orientation. Oh, it's too close. Oh right, it should be a bit, yeah. And it's all red, and we don't need that, so I'm just gonna ship in. Cool. Now I guess the stem is also it should be a bit lower, but it's this doesn't look right. It should be, I guess I can just make the thingy, the inside a bit more thicker. No, I just need to select this guy, and this should do the trick. Okay, so it's not visible from above, which is good. And I don't like this. Maybe I could just, oops. Maybe I could just scale it down a little bit. Nope, that doesn't look right. Maybe I'll just leave it for now. Now the next thing is to, I guess I should add some I guess I'm done with the references, so I'm just gonna remove them. Now something doesn't look right. No, I guess it's right. It's fine. Now I'm gonna add some yeah, some more faces to these, because these are not good. We need to have quads everywhere. So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna hide that. Actually, I'm just gonna hide this as well, so we know we need only work with this. Maybe I added too many details. How many words do we have? Yeah, 370 triangles. I don't know what. Fine, it's fine. This is the bottom face, right? Yeah. Can I hide it? You can hide that. Oh. What? Oh, they're connected. A flying car. That happens. That is game development. You try to do one thing and it turns into something else. That is the fun part, right? it's like you're a mad scientist. You're just experimenting with things, and sometimes things don't go the way that you want them to go. Should this work? Yeah, we still have two triangles here, a triangle here and one there. We could add a cut here, but I don't want to add any more vertices to the model, so I'm just gonna keep it like that, and then I'm gonna unhide the bottom and delete it as well. Cool. Okay. I guess we're done with the modeling part of the whole thing. Now we just need to work on first we need UV maps. So okay, this time would be easy. The stem actually would extend based on the height of the leaf pad, so it shouldn't have any detailed textures. So it could just be one small section. So that's what I'll do. I will first of all control to image points. Yeah, I'm gonna make it into a square first, and then I'm just gonna scale it down real tiny, because you don't need much detail for it. And I guess it should be rotated. Yeah, it should be rotated by 90 degrees. Next step is to guess I'm gonna mark this whole thing as a seam, because anything inside of it is green, and then this whole section would be red, so I could just apply a different texture to it. Yeah, and then so I'm gonna animate it with armature. That's the easy way, because if it was just scaling the leaf, then I could have just added a shape key, but since there would be rotation, so I'm gonna use an armature in Blender, and then export it as a GLTF with the animation, so that Godot could read that animation, and I'll just switch the two animations in code. I actually have this this one. I have a mushroom that I was working on before yesterday. I'll just save this first. Leaf add, and I'll show you the mushroom. So this is the mushroom I worked on yesterday, and this won't have a rotating animation. This would just shrink. Yeah, you can rig. Rigging is just awesome. Once you like understand how it works, it's an awesome feature. So but let me show you another good feature. Let me show you another really cool feature. So this is a mushroom that I modeled, and very basic mesh. I think I should have low poly mesh for the leafware as well, but we'll look into that later. So the thing is, in game this mushroom is supposed to shrink during the day and expand, like be normal like it is right now. So I just added a shape key, right? And Godot supports shape keys. It calls them blend shapes. So with the shape key, all I have to do is just maybe write a tween, or maybe just use an animation player, and I could shrink the mushroom, and it would have this different shape, right? And all I have to do is just change one value. And even in Blender, you just change this one value, and in Godot, it's basically the same thing. You just change the blend shape, and you have basically two different shapes of in the same object, in the same mesh. It's awesome, and it's not limited to just two. You can have any number of blend shapes. And I think I'm gonna be using this the shape keys, the blend shapes, a lot for different parts of the game. But yeah, it's an awesome feature. If you don't want to rig things, you can just use shape keys. Although shape keys aren't really good when it comes to rotation, because let's say I want to rotate this leaf, right? So I'm gonna add a basis shape key, then I'm gonna add a rotated shape key, gonna name it rotated. This won't work. So if I just try to rotate it, let me get this yeah. So yeah, so I will rotate the leaf along the stem, right? And let's say this is the shape I want. So I have two shapes, one for the normal state of the leaf and one for rotated. But because this is rotation, it would look weird. You see, in the middle of the rotation, it actually shrinks. The leaf shrinks a little bit, and it's not actually rotating. It's just making the vertices move to their different position. So it doesn't work with rotation. So yeah, that's one limitation of shape keys. That's why you need an armature for that. So yeah, the more you know. Maybe it's a bit too high poly. Like the mushroom had much less poly count. So maybe I'll remake the leaf. Guess that's what I have to do now. Okay, now I can't edit the whole thing. It's gonna take a lot of time, so I'm just gonna make a new one. And change the vertices to 16. Yeah, 16 seems fine. The basic idea is just to keep it as low as possible, so that you still have, like, the shape is still defined, but don't overdo it so it doesn't take up a lot of resources, so that way the game would run fine on even low powered computers like mine. Mine isn't that powerful as well. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to change this. Perfect. Oops. So now remesh. Actually, I should give that a try as well. I'm gonna add a remesh. Oh boy, what happened? What happened to this guy? Okay. Voxel size. Should I decrease the voxel size? It doesn't. Sharp? No. Smooth? Voxel. Lux? No. And this for the leaf. And I don't think it's gonna work for the leaf as well. Hey Cappy. Okay, you know what, let's try that. I'm gonna make this a separate object. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, right, it has a modifier. Yeah, Blender, like sometimes it doesn't work the way you want it to. This doesn't look fine, like this. I guess we should stick, and it even increase the word count by like, okay, awesome. Now the word count is 3000. For earlier it was like something around, it was 200 and it's 3000 now. So I guess we're gonna stick with using a cylinder. This one. Yeah. Okay. Right, and this time I can just do this. I can insert it a little bit and then extrude it downwards till it, right, okay, this should work. No wait, this doesn't work. Why is it, that's not right. GZ, no, EZ. This should work, and then I'll just select this edge and split it and fill it up. No wait, okay, so this is just an organic shape, so I guess I can just, I don't need to be exactly in the right like it shouldn't be exactly symmetrical. Nature has symmetry, but it doesn't have exactly the same amount of symmetry. There are imperfections. Cool. So we've got this, and I should have beveled it before splitting, so I guess it's not split, right? And I'm gonna bevel it. Now I'm gonna split it. There you go. So Smiley, how is your game project going? Like, how far are you in your project? Okay, this looks fine. I guess I can delete the old one. Maybe the stem should be a bit. You just started 3 days ago. Oh, so you're really early in your project right now. Why am I not able to? Oh, okay, so it's a different object now. I'm just gonna merge it back. But yeah, like I really hope you stick with your project. Fun fact, the current project that I'm working on, this one, it's Mire. Um, I actually started this project a really long time ago. Like I actually started this project in Godot 3, and then I just abandoned it. I just stopped working on it for some reason. That's not right. Where is the other face? Oh, it's mm, this should be fine. Yeah, I have a ton of like abandoned projects. They're not really abandoned. Like I do want to work on them someday, but like for now I just don't work. I just have them. I have them there. And the worst part is I even posted about them on my Twitter or a long time ago. Like I was actually posting about it, and like it seemed like a real project. Like it seemed like I was actually gonna make it, and I actually wanted to make it. But I just get distracted really easily. I feel like, okay, how about I try to make this project, and before you know it, I'm already on my 10th project. Okay, so we're basically back to the original shape, but with a bit like a huge cut in the vertex count. Now there are 98 words. That's really tiny. Like we cut the vertex count by half. It's nice. Cool. Now I can, yeah, auto shading. I don't think that works with Godot import. Like if I import it in Godot, I don't think that would work. And it doesn't even look, doesn't look that nice. So I guess I'm just gonna stick with this. And it's okay. Like it looks a bit like it's supposed to. So we look back at the reference. And this should work. So you can see it's a bit rounded here, just like ours, and it has that slightly less rounded edge on the inside. It's I guess we can work with it. So, and we can always like change it if we want. Although I don't like this, the base is really smooth, and that's not gonna look good. I guess I can make this beveled as well, or I could just inset really far. No, let's keep it here. Much better. It's flatter now. So the shading part would be done by the texture, the normal map. So it's nice. Okay. Okay. UV maps now. So these this edge could be, this is yeah, this edge could be the seam, although I want this edge to could I change this to look better? I could just make this go here, a bit here, yeah, much better. Now I'm gonna mark this as a seam. This whole part on the inside could be just one shape, and the base could be another shape. So I guess this would yeah, sure, smiley. I'm gonna mark this as a seam as well. Okay, unwrap. Perfect. If you're thinking about my accent, yeah, I am Asian, so I have a bad accent, I guess. Yeah. Scale it along the 2D cursor. Perfect. And I'm just gonna put it in the corner because it's not that important. But these two guys, Asia, South Asia. I'm gonna select this and this. Medium point. Why isn't it rotating? Like, it's supposed to rotate, right? Is it because of this? Oh, right. Because of this. Now it will work. Perfect. So the idea is to make these cover as much area as possible, so that we don't waste any space. Guess this should work. Algeria. That's nice. My OCD kicks in when I see these spaces here, right? We're not using this texture space. We could have used it. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. That's why I make these tutorials. I love teaching people. I love teaching people the things I learn, actually. It's fun. Maybe I can make this a bit bigger so that I don't waste all this texture space. What the heck, I'm just gonna make it even bigger. We will add some detail, some tiny detail. Maybe some texture. Yeah. That's nice. Um, okay, we're done with the UV map, so time to move to that's nice. I was actually working on another tutorial. I got the code working. I got the script. I wrote the script for the video. I just haven't recorded it yet because once again I just can't find the motivation. I don't know why. I find this more interesting actually. I don't know. I suddenly started getting like I suddenly was really motivated to work on my game, and I thought like maybe I shouldn't waste this this energy, like this motivation, like sudden burst of motivation. Maybe I shouldn't waste it. So I am working on the game. I've put the tutorials on hold for now. I will make more tutorials in the future, but for now I'm gonna focus on the game. So I have at least one game that I can say that yeah, I made that. Is this the wait, where's that mode? This one. 3. This is the bevel, right? Okay, perfect. This is the bevel, so that's nice. That's good to know. And this is the inside. Now this is an awesome feature. We can export the UV map, the image of the UV map as a PNG, so that I can use it in my texture map, in my texture, like when I paint the texture I can use that. So I'm gonna save it as leaf fat UV, right? That's the name I give usually. Where is another UV here? Bulk UV leaf 0. This is the old one. This is I actually made this leaf for the Grow 3 version. I'm just making it again because I wanted to look different. Leaf bad UV, and everything else would be the same, I guess. Yeah. Cool. One sec. Why does this keep getting disconnected? I'm actually using a game controller as my stream deck, and it keeps getting disconnected for some reason. Okay, so we've got the leaf pad and we've got the UV map. I'm just gonna get rid of this and rename the mesh. Rename it to leaf pad mesh. I'm gonna rename the object to leaf pad. It's good to name your objects beforehand so it doesn't get confusing later on. Okay. Now next up is Creta. Where is Creta? There it is. Actually, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna open the image first. It's leaf pad UV. Wait, what? Oh, it only exported the selection for some reason. It's not good. What if I deselect everything and then export the UV? Leave that UV, and then I reopen it. It doesn't show up anything. That is interesting. That didn't know that. export tiles, all UVs. Oh, okay. So there was an all UVs option. I forgot about it. Now it should work. Perfect. It works now. So I'm gonna name this UV and add another layer. Actually, I'm gonna put it in a group. Group. Hi. How you doing? I'm gonna name this diff. No wait. I'm supposed to name this leave pad underscore diff. E equals png and t equals no. I'm gonna let you know why I did that later, but for now just gonna name this piece. Okay, so I'm gonna start with just filling it up with a dark green color, and the UV should be above. Wait, no, it shouldn't be here, it should be above. I'm gonna just turn on the opacity, make this darken. I am flattered. Okay, I should probably add the reference images here because they're more useful here. So there it is. Load reference stuff, my resources, references, unsupported format. Wait, why isn't it load? Oh, should I use the plus button instead? I'm gonna add all of them. Okay, I just have to add them one by one. Great. Third one and the fourth one. Just gonna put them here. Critter is glitching a bit. Okay, so we've got the references here. I am working on I basically have a leaf pad. Let me show you. Where is Blender? Yeah, I have this mesh of a leaf pad that I'm making for my game, and we've modeled it a few minutes ago, and now we're actually working on the textures. So yeah, why isn't the pen working? Oh, right. Okay, so this was the inside and this was the outside. I should add that other reference as well, so that we know how the underside of the leaf looks like. Where is it? It's gonna be... where could it be? In the screenshots folder. The very last one? Yeah, this one. Cool. So let's paint the inside first, which would be very simple. I guess it's just green. So this would be underside, outer side, upper side, I guess. Upper side. And I'm gonna start with making this. Maybe a bit bigger. Cool. Oops. Right. So we got the upper side, the actual top surface of it ready. And for this one, I'm just gonna make it green for now, but we are gonna come back and add some textures to it, some gradient, I guess. Wait, I should put it in a different layer. Yeah, stem. Cool. And the underside would be red, but with green, with this green pattern. So I'm just gonna make it red for now. Put it here. Underside. Well, that doesn't mean something else. Just gonna keep it. Maybe it's too bright. Maybe this red is too bright. So maybe, yeah, this looks better. And awesome. So with that done, we have the basic colors of the leaf pad. Now I'll let you know what this weird naming of the layers was, right? I added this E equals PNG and T equals no in the name of the layer of the group. It's basically for this. There's this batch exporter, and I can just click on all layers and it'll export all the layers with these extra tags, and that would mean I have these the base texture, the def texture as an image in a folder somewhere, which I can actually use in Blender. So I'm gonna go back to Blender and gonna give this a material, call it just gonna call it leaf pad. Yeah, it is actually an awesome feature, and it's actually it comes with the it comes with Krita. It's a plugin, but it comes with Krita, so you just have to enable it, right? So I have this material. I'm gonna go to shading and just gonna have a setup done for this material, and I'm gonna go to export. Here's the image. The images get exported automatically, and it exports every image, every layer, right? So I can just press one button and export the diffuse map, the normal map, and the roughness map, all with just one click. So that's the awesome feature. And the second awesome feature is this one. This is also a plugin. Let me show you. I hope it shows this window. Okay, it doesn't show the window. That's not cool. But basically, this is I guess I'll just share the name of the plugin. What was it? It was auto reload. It's just auto reload. That's the name. You can find it in the get extensions section in the settings, and I'll just have to enable it here. Now what this means is I can go to Krita. Let me go to Krita, and I'm gonna make some changes. Let's say I go here up the side and make some changes, right? I make a color, I change the color, and I export it with one button, and then I go back to Blender, and it gets updated automatically because of this auto reload. So it really streamlines the it streamlines the process. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to Krita and undo that, and now we can start working on the details of the texture, because we have the basic colors for the leaf pad, but we need some more details to make it look pretty better, I guess. So yeah, what I like to do is just keep on trying different things until it looks good. But yeah, because it's gonna have Breath of the Wild art style, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom art style, so it has to be not that realistic, but it should be a little bit detailed, so not too basic and not too detailed. So we just have to find the sweet spot. I'm gonna name it Wayne's Upper. They're called Wayne's, right? I don't know what they're called, but I'm just gonna call them Wayne's Upper for now. And let's find a brush that would look good. How does it look really? It doesn't really have a lot of different colors. The upper side, it's just green. It's basic green, right? Yeah, it is the hardest art style I've seen. No, wait, where's the center? No, wait, I didn't add the faces. Okay, I guess I'll just leave it like this. I'm gonna have to assume that this is the center. I guess. Almost the center. It doesn't have to be perfect, so it's fine. Oh, I can use that, right? Where's the... There's a symmetry tool, right? This is to... multi-brush. Yeah, this is the tool, except it's drawing there. I wanted to draw from here, so origin, move here. Is this the center? Almost. Oops, wasn't supposed to do that. And I'm gonna move it. Move it here. This should... I mean, I guess this is good enough. Yeah, good enough. And I'm just gonna start adding the details. They have this weird... Okay, that's basically the spider web pattern. So I can do that, I guess. This is supposed to have another line here. Okay. Doesn't look good. And I don't think it's... yeah, I guess I'll just decrease the opacity. Yeah, this looks fine for now. the underside would have much more details like this. Make an overlay layer. Overlay layer. That didn't do anything. Oh, it is doing. It's making the color. That's really hard to see. Maybe I'll just keep it at a low opacity for now. Maybe I'll just keep it like this. We'll come back to that later. I'm more interested in this. This is interesting. So it's not actually a straight line. It goes in like, it goes up to a certain point and then it splits. So that's interesting. Now where would this the center for this would be? And wings lower under. Let's try an overlay layer, and the color would be okay, right, the color is supposed to be bright green, so maybe we should just stick with the normal layer for now. Yeah, this seems fine for now. Multi-tool, where's the multi? There it is. Move the origin to here. Is this the center? I guess not. It should be a bit lower. Yeah, I'm gonna try different methods. Okay, guess this is more or less fine. So we're only gonna focus on one quadrant. The other three are gonna be painted by themselves. Wait, but okay, but we set the center. We set the stems the thingy to a different place, so I guess we can't use a multi-tool. I'm gonna need to figure out where the thingy is, the point is. So I guess we can just texture paint it to figure out where it is. So I'm just gonna add here. So it's here, roughly here. This is gonna be tricky. So it was here, right? Yeah, this would be the point. I can try it out. I can just export it for now and look at Blender. Close enough. I'm supposed to be here, so a bit lower. And a bit to the left. So here. It's playing a guessing game. And right. Got it right. I got it right. Almost right. No, it's fine. It's right. It's that's right where it's supposed to be. Just need to be a bit bigger around here. Cool. So now the vein, and then it splits, and then it splits again. This is gonna split again. No wait, it's not, it's supposed to split like this. Even I am bad at choosing colors. I rely on palettes. I have this PA36 palette. It's an awesome palette. I always use this instead of trying to find colors for things. And I actually got that habit, the habit of using palettes from pixel art. I worked on pixel art before. Let's add another here. This is gonna split, and this is gonna split again. This one's not gonna split, this one's just gonna go there. This guy is gonna split. And I guess this guy can split as well. And then split again. And this guy can split again. Oh wait, it's right, they're supposed to connect to each other as well. That's fine. I can do that. This is gonna split. That's a lot of veins. Maybe I should just copy paste it, or maybe just go through it. Let's just do it anyway. Right. I guess I can add one here. Or maybe not. Do they end before? And they don't end, they just keep going. So I guess I can't add one here. I guess I can move this one over here closer to this. Yeah. And then repaint this. Cool. By the way, I just noticed there are 11 people in the stream right now. That's awesome. That's the highest number I've ever gone. Got on a live stream. Maybe I can make these a bit thicker near the base. Right. I don't think it's I don't think it's legal to use textures with watermarks. I guess you're supposed to buy the license for them, or you can just use OpenCC. Like you can just use textures that are available. Yeah, predefined palettes, they're the way to go. At least for me, they are the way to go. Looks good. Cool. Oh right, I should probably save this. No wait, not as a PNG. Save it as a critter. Right. Document. Leave add. Okay. Guess I'm just gonna rush through these. This isn't supposed to take this long. I guess I can just copy paste the rest of it. I don't think it would be that obvious, so let's try that. I'm gonna rotate it. Oops. How do I rotate? Oh, right. I would have to edit it a bit, but so far this seems fine. Okay, let's make it go to this guy instead. Okay, this is gonna be tough. That's fine. I guess. I'm gonna cut off these parts. this part as well. And then this should be fine. Or I could make it a part of the same thing. Wait, so this would be one guy coming from here and then going over there, but at the same time splitting over here and going over there. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but it works. It does look a bit weird though. For the leaf, you mean? Like getting the texture for the leaf from the internet? I mean, yeah, I can get them from the internet, but that's the boring way, right? Like just getting, like, that way my my work would be done by I guess that's the thing, like I enjoy the process, right? I enjoy making everything, making the textures, making the mechanics, the game itself. I enjoy making all of that part, like the whole thing. So that's why, like, it's up to you. Like it's up to the developer. Like some people don't have the time or the energy or the motivation to make the textures themselves. So they use other textures like online. They use the textures available online. It just depends on people, I guess. I'm just not the kind of person. I guess I I enjoy this. I enjoy working on the textures. I enjoy the whole process. That's why I don't use online, the ones available online. I am making I'm drawing the texture for a leaf pad that I'll be adding to the game. What's going on here? let me show you. So I've got this the base almost done. I just need to connect them. But yeah, I have this base and I have the rest of the texture. This very slight like there are tiny details there. I'm just gonna export it, go over to Blender, and I should yeah, okay, so this is the leaf pad, how it looks right now. Seems fine to me. I wonder how it would look when I rotate it along this. Yeah, I guess this looks fine. I guess, yeah, it looks fine. Let's get back to the texture. Let's finish this up. I think it's supposed to yeah, the veins are supposed to go up from the sides, so I'll just get a smaller brush and add these details so that looks even nicer. Yes. I just realized I'm putting so much time on something that's gonna be on the underside of the leaf pad, and barely, I don't think many people are gonna even look at it. But at least for those people who are gonna notice the details, maybe they'll appreciate it. Oh yeah, I am enjoying it. Like I worked on the other texture, right? I worked on two textures before. It's one's for the seed gun. This one, you can see all the details I added, and then there's another one for the other gun, the sap gun. This one's a bit less detailed, but it does look pretty in game. And yeah, I just do that. I listen to the music. I work on the textures. I paint the textures. I really enjoy that process. I just thought maybe I should stream it. Maybe I should do a live stream of working on the art. That way I could just enjoy with other people as well watching me. And I get a lot of comments and a lot of messages from people asking me how I make the assets, like how I make the textures for all the assets in the tutorials and in my games. So this way I can even show you the process, how I make those textures. Like this is just one step. Like currently we're just working on the diffuse texture, the color of the object. Now the next step would be working on the roughness map and the height map. That's going to be the fun part. The height map actually makes the material look really good. In the game, yeah, that's also another thing. I actually made it for my tutorials, and I'm just using it in my game as well because it's better than having just white blocked out maps, right? Oh, finally. I mean, I can still see the edges some places, but I guess this is gonna be fine. This is gonna work. And I can just choose to not pay much attention to it because at the end of the day it's gonna be under the leaf pad, under the lily pad, so not that important. But yeah, this should be it. Swear to God, I think I have OCD or something. Just can't let these. Okay, good. Good enough. Let's see how it looks. Oh great. Just one sec. controller keeps getting disconnected. Okay, let's see how it looks in Blender. Cool. Good enough. See, the actual fun is not going to be in this diffuse part, the diffuse texture. Once we start adding the normal maps, that's when it's gonna make when it's gonna start looking good. I guess I'm just gonna leave the diffuse map like this for now. Although I just realized the center is supposed to be here, somewhere around here. But that's fine. I can live with it. Let's work on the roughness map now. So I'm gonna go back to Krita. Yeah, it does look good. It does look nice. Why isn't it? Oh, there it is. The veins under there are two layers, so I'm just gonna merge them. Cool. And this is the diffuse one, so I'm gonna duplicate this layer and call it I'm gonna call it leaf pad rough, and then the rest of the thing would be the same. Now just gonna desaturate everything because the roughness map doesn't need to have any color. So desaturate. Okay. Then I'm gonna do the same for the rest of the layers. Now you can see that these leaves are actually shiny, really shiny, so they would have some the roughness would be darker, right? So this color should be dark. I'm just gonna go here, get a dark color. Now this is gonna be a bit like experimenting, but we'll see. I'm just gonna fill it. No, that's not what I want. I want this one. Fill it with a dark color. Then they do the same for this guy. The underside is gonna be rough. You can see that it's a bit rough here, and so are the stems. But okay, so I'm gonna make the underside maybe the same as the upper side, but keeps the veins rougher. They're lighter, so they're gonna be rough. I guess this is all we need for the roughness map. Let's try to explore it, and then I'm gonna go back to Blender, and then I'm gonna add the texture for the roughness map. There it is. Set it in on color, and then add it to the roughness. Oops. And too rough, too shiny, I mean. Really shiny. Don't need to be that shiny. What about the underside? I guess. I guess I can just rotate it to see. Yeah, the veins are rough. The veins have higher roughness, and the leaf itself is shiny. And we don't want it to be this shiny, because I can see the reflections. We don't want to see the reflections, we just want it to be shiny but not have that many reflections. So I'm gonna go back and go back to Kreda. Let me go back to Kreda and get a like lighter color for this. Let's see if this works. Maybe I'll just keep the underside shiny for now. And then I'm gonna export it again. Go back to Blender. Did it? It did. Okay. Yeah, this is much less shiny, and that's what we want. Cool. So we're getting somewhere. Now actually I should, yeah, the veins, the shading on the top, that's also affecting the roughness. And I should probably, wait, how long have I been streaming? Oh, it's been an hour. More than an hour. Much more than an hour. But it's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna make this a bit more lighter. So this is veins upper and paint it with a much lighter color. Yeah, that looks fine. The same as this, the same as the veins on the underside. And I guess we're done with the roughness map for now. This should look good. Let's go back to Blender. And yeah, you can see that the roughness is affecting at the top and at the bottom, and it's shiny, so that's good. Now I'm gonna go back to Kreda, and now we're gonna make the duplicate layer. Now we're gonna make the height map. Now this one doesn't need to be exported, so I'm just gonna name it height. And now comes the tricky part. Now any color that's darker is gonna be it's gonna be more on the, like, it's gonna have lesser depth, and any color that's gonna be brighter, it's gonna that's gonna be higher, right? So we need to make sure that all the things that we want to protrude outwards, they're gonna be a lighter color, and then the things we don't want, they're gonna be darker. The things we want to go to appear like they're lower than the surface. That's the gist of it basically. I don't need the stem to have anything, so I'm just gonna delete that layer. The veins upper, these are supposed to be darker, so I'm just gonna get a dark color. Wait, that's not. Why isn't it? Oh, the opacity. That explains. Maybe I should set the opacity back to normal here as well. Okay, coming back here. The veins. Okay, this is a bit too much of a contrast, so I'm gonna make it a bit lighter. I guess good enough. That's good enough, I guess. And then I'm gonna, oh wait, I should delete these layers because they're not gonna have any details. So yeah, now let's focus here first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate the upper layer, right? And then I'm gonna select the opaque and then fill it with a darker color, or maybe not. Maybe I'll increase the selection by a couple pixels and then fill it, and then fill it again, fill it again, until it's dark enough. Yeah, that looks dark enough. After that, I'm gonna blur it out some more. Yeah, blur it out until the layer underneath starts showing up. That's what we want. So that's good enough. That's good. Why when I copy an image from my files and paste it in my grid project, it does not get pasted in my project? You're supposed to do that through the file explorer, and preferably I prefer to do that while the project is closed, like while Godot is not running, like if you want to add if you want to change stuff in your project folder. But when it comes to importing textures, you can just add them to the project folder, and it'll add it itself. That should work for you. Now for this one, this is already higher than the surface, right? But we want it to be rounded. For that, what I can do is, first of all, obviously duplicate it, then select opaque, and then select inverse, and then delete it, and I should probably hide that one underneath so we can see. Yeah, that looks fine. With that done, I'm gonna make it a bit brighter, much brighter. Cool. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. So maybe not do that. Maybe I'll just select opaque again and select inverse. Select grow again or shrink? Shrink by a pixel, and then select inverse, then delete it. Should probably hide that. Yeah, that is what I want. Perfect. And then I'm gonna fill it up with a brighter color. So there's a bit of a gradient near the edges, right? There's a bit of a gradient, and I think I should blur it a bit. So I'll try that and blur it by a very small amount. Maybe not 5. Yeah, 5 is too much. So maybe 2. I guess this would work. Can I do 1? What difference does 1 make? Barely any. Let's see. I'm gonna make this one darker. Yeah, too dark. Yeah, that's better. Make this one even more brighter. It's okay. It's okay. It is nice having you on stream, Smiley. Okay. Okay, so with all that done, we have the height map. Another thing I can do is add another layer. Okay, just go to the underside layer, and then I'm gonna go to texture brushes. And this brush works nicely. I guess yeah, I should turn the opacity down to 50% and just paint over the whole thing. you can see this is really like a little bit of a texture to the base. It adds that texture to the base, right? And that looks good. I'm gonna do the same for the top. Go over to upper side and add this texture. Although I do think that is a bit overpowering. I guess what I can do is blur it. I'm just gonna blur it a bit. That looks nice. In fact, I think I should do add another layer here and select this by opaque, then do a select inverse. Wait, what happened? I don't know. And then I'm just gonna take a brighter color and then I'm gonna paint. Did OBS disconnect? Oh, I guess we're back. Oh, hi Brave Pirate. This is for a leaf pad. This is for the leaf pad that I'll be adding in my game. And I'll show you in a bit how it looks. But first, I guess I need to figure out how to get this. Maybe I can just grow the selection by a couple pixels and then invert it. And then if I paint, oh my bad, wrong layer. Then if I paint here, still doesn't do anything. That's not nice. This is the one I want, but I guess I can just grow it by 4 pixels. Would that work? And if I invert it, nope, still doesn't do anything. Okay, okay, we'll have to try something else. I guess I can just draw the brighter color. It's not supposed to be that bright. That looks fine. Thanks. I'm just gonna draw the texture here. Then I'm gonna select the veins, select a pick, and then I'm just gonna delete it, remove it, right? This should do the trick. I'm guessing that is doing it. I'm just gonna select this one as well. And yeah, a little bit. It is doing the trick a little bit. I'm gonna grow the selection by 4 pixels again. And then delete it. Erase the parts here as well again. Yeah, okay, that did the trick. That is what I wanted. I just wanted the these parts to be brighter, and that does look fine. Now just need to blur it out again, but this time like blur it out a lot until it looks really smooth, like that. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Cool. So now we have the height map, and what I actually need to do is to convert a height map into a normal map, I create a new layer from visible with the height map visible only, and then I'm gonna name it what was it, leaf pad norm e equals png and t equals no. This would be perfect. And just gonna go to filter, edge detection, height to normal map, and we get the normal map. And you can see all the texture details we added underneath, and this one looks, yeah, this one looks fine as well. Perfect. With that, I'm gonna export the layer, all the layers, and then go back to Blender. And here I'm just gonna add, one sec, I'm gonna add another texture, but this time it needs to be connected to, where was it, normal map. Add the UV, load the image, leaf pad normal, make it non-color, add it to the normal map node, and add that to the normal node. There we go. Now our leaf looks much better. Perfect. It looks much more realistic than before, and I can rotate it and see that the underside looks, yeah, that looks nice. That is much closer to what I wanted, what I had in mind. Nice. Now with this done, I guess we can import it in Godot. Do I have Godot running? Or do I do? That's nice. This is gonna be tested with the toon shader that I made for the game. Oh yeah, it was really nice to have you on the stream, Dread Pirate. Yeah, okay. Now one thing I noticed is that when I rotate the leaf, we can see this, the underside, the open. So I'm just gonna do that. That's the easier way, and it shows up here as well. That's not nice. What if I rotate it along? Okay, I can just rotate it along the vertex, right? So I'm just gonna go back. Hey, welcome back, Smiley. And as you can see here, I have created the normal map for the leaf, so it looks much more realistic now. Although I'm not sure I like the underside. It doesn't look like veins. And I also noticed I forgot to complete the texture, so I'm gonna have to go back. But let's just let's try to add it in game and see how it looks in Godot, right? So I'm gonna save it, then I'm gonna export it as a GLDF. GLDF with textures. And yeah, okay, that's all I need to do here. I'm gonna go to Godot. Do I have Godot? Yeah, okay. Wait, I'm supposed to copy it, so I'm gonna open up the file explorer. Wait, what's happening? Okay, so I'm gonna go to the place where I have I need these 3 textures only, so I guess I'll copy them later, but first I'm gonna get the leaf pad GLDF and leaf pad bin, copy that, copy that into the project folder. It's gonna be in temp for now, and then I'm gonna go to textures and get the 3 textures, copy them, paste them, and with that we should have, yeah. Where is the folder? There it is. I'm gonna open it as an inherited theme. There we go. So we got the leaf pad in the game. Yeah, it does look good here as well. But the thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add add another shader, which would be the toon shader. And actually I'm just gonna copy some of the values from another scene. This one and this one. Get that, get that. No, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go back, and in the shader parameters I'm just gonna start adding the values. So first of all we need the diffuse texture, then we need the roughness texture, and then we need the normal texture, and then we need the light gradient, which I copied. We also need a specular gradient, so I'm just gonna paste this one for now, and I mean it does look okay-ish. I should probably perspective view, get a better idea. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wait. Yeah, I mean there is the texture. The texture is there. Just needs to be more specular. Okay, what if I edit this? I probably need to work more on the the shader, the toon shader, because the specular part doesn't look very nice. Like if you add specular lighting, it doesn't show up nicely. It just basically doesn't show up at all. You know what, let's save this scene, as a temporary leaf pad, and let's add it in the demo scene. So we have the leaf pad, this texture scene. That way we can just test it out in different lighting. I define good performance like I play DCS in VR, but sometimes when I make a project it quickly goes under 60 FPS. I mean, I guess I'm not the person to ask that question. I have a really underpowered computer, so no, wait, I am the right person. I have a very I have basically a potato PC by today's standards, and it still manages to give me a consistent frames per second, like if a consistent frame rate. It does work fine for me, so I am basically I am satisfied with the kind of performance I get from Godot. So oh, I just noticed a big problem. The leaf is really tiny. I guess it's nearly half the size of what it's supposed to be. At least it looks pretty. It looks nice. Let's see how it looks under the knife. I don't get what that is, like this weird shading. I don't understand why that's happening. But other than that, it looks fine. It looks fine to me. Yeah, I guess this is where I end the stream, because I think it's fine. Like I am satisfied with it. I just need to add the animations and getting the stem to align. Like you can see right now, the stem touches the ground no matter where you put the leaf at. Let me show you in a different scene. In the main scene, yeah, I guess I'll have to go over there. I must be having some save of this. No, not this one. Maybe this one. Oh yeah, this is the one. So you can see that I've written the code. I've written the code to make the stem extend downwards until it touches the ground. That's why I wasn't paying much attention to texturing the stem, because it's gonna be stretched. So it's better to just have it in one color rather than texture. So this is the next step from here. This is what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, kinda happy with how it turned out. I like how it looks red from the underside and green from above, so it's better. It's more it's visually more interesting. I don't like how the shadow gets bleed. I don't like this how the sunlight gets bled through the leaf. Or maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, I thank you for joining the stream. Like, I'm really happy with how many people joined the stream. Like how many people are watching the stream. I'm really happy with that. I wasn't expecting, to be honest. And thank you for watching. I guess I guess I'll be streaming this weekend. Like I guess I'll be streaming almost daily. I'll try to stream daily, and this would also keep me on track with making the artwork for the game, because you can see the game doesn't have a lot of art. There's nothing. All of these are just basic shapes. That's just a sphere. That's just a simple sphere with a toon shader. So don't think that's something interesting. So yeah, I'll be streaming. I'll try to stream daily. And these objects are not part of the game. These are just things I made for other projects. Just added them for testing out the inventory. So you can see it shows up in the inventory. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. Bye bye.